Thank you so much, Nancy. One more brief AV change.
You guys can stand up. It's warm in here. Stretch. Stand up.
There's a water fountain outside.
Gabriel, Roberto, you can come up here and get your receipt. All right, everybody. I would like to go ahead and introduce you're more welcome to still stretch if you'd like, but please stay by your seat. I would like to introduce our second speaker. This is Miss Marcy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
What is ViewSonic, ma'am? What's ViewSonic?
It's just doesn't like me.
Oh, I mean, for a program?
Yeah, that's just the name of the projector.
Gotcha.
Okay. Everybody stretched out. I'm super hot in here, so I'm sorry. I don't know if it was because I was crying or what, but like Nancy said, my name is Marcy DeHaan, and I met some of you on the way in. It's a little bit different for me today, so I apologize if I seem a little bit off, but today has been kind of stressful, and these talks always do that a little bit to me. So how many of you, show of hands, expected to be here tonight? You expected to be here.
What's that mean?
Did you ever expect to be in one of these meetings? I thought probably that. Sorry. How many of you wish you weren't here in this meeting right now? So I never expected to be at one of these meetings, and I wish I was never at one of these meetings. I'm here because I choose to be here. Just like Nancy, and just like every other MADD speaker that's here. We choose to be here on our own time. We don't get paid, we're all volunteers. But it's because we have a story to share, and we want to impact the lives of people that matter to us, even if we don't know them, because their decisions matter to us. So that's why I'm here. My story started almost 13 years ago, and it was the result of someone else's decisions. People make choices every day. I choose what I'm going to wear, I choose how I'm going to go to work, I choose what I say to people, I choose how I act towards people. Those are very simple choices. Then I make really important decisions like, what are my future goals? What am I going to do with my life? All of those things. And about 13 years ago, I was in college. I had a year left to graduate. I was working for a university. I was involved in a lot of different things, even outside of work. So I was very active. I had a lot of friends. I was teaching Sunday school. I was in a singles group at my church. I was in this music thing. I was doing all this really cool stuff. And I was really excited, especially about graduating, because I worked forever, the whole 4-year degree thing that turns into 10. That was me, and I was really excited to be done because I put a lot of hard work and money into it. So I was in classes. It was the summertime. It was July, and it was 3 days after my 26th birthday. And I was leaving. I left work early, my dog had a vet appointment, so I left work early because I was working in New Jersey. And I don't know if you guys know the traffic of the upper Northeast, but it's crazy. And I knew that I was going to get stuck in rush hour, and it was going to take me about 45 minutes to an hour to get home, so I left early. And it was a beautiful day, as most days are there. It's gorgeous, it was sunny, I had the windows down, I was cranking the radio, and I was enjoying the stop-and-go parking lot traffic on I-95, which I don't know if any of you know the highway system on the East Coast, but I-95 is just, it's a massive highway, and it's pretty much the way that everybody gets from the top of the East Coast to the bottom. And so it's highly used. And every day I had to travel from New Jersey over the bridge to Pennsylvania where I lived. So it was always very terrifying because people are weaving in and out of traffic, and it's quite an experience. I don't know if any of you have ever done that before, but it's exhilarating in a not so great way. So I left early. I'm traveling home, and I was about 2 miles, maybe not even that, from my exit. And I lived right off my exit, so about 2 miles from home. And I heard sirens. And I couldn't see anything. I was looking around and trying to find whatever emergency vehicle was putting on their siren. I couldn't see anything. I could hear it, and I could hear myself getting closer, but I just couldn't see anything. And I thought, well, this is weird. So I started moving over just to be cautious. And I started coming up on a traffic buildup. So I was on a divided highway. There was a huge grass median in between. And I'm just gonna move this forward. There was a huge grass median. So the traffic was piling up, going the opposite direction. And I remember thinking, oh, okay, well, they stopped somebody, or there was an accident, or whatever. So I kept going, and I thought, I'm just gonna move over just in case, because I'm hearing sirens, and I can't see exactly where the emergency vehicles are, so I decided to move over. And I turned my head. There was a truck coming across the grass median. Now, this is pretty normal behavior for Pennsylvania drivers, to turn around in the middle of the highway. It's very normal. And this grass median was so huge and so flat, and the traffic had backed up so much that me seeing a truck moseying on across the grass median was no big deal. I thought, oh, that guy's just, he's just gonna turn around and go back. So I turned my head, I went to look to move, I turned my head back, and he was right in front of me. I had time to put my foot on the brake, but I'm not actually sure how effective it was because I don't even remember screaming. I had so little time to react that I don't remember what happened, or how effective it was what I was planning on doing. I know that my foot hit the brake because when it did, he hit me head on. And my leg was basically used like a ramrod and went through my whole midsection. I stopped traffic for 2 hours. They had to extract me out of my vehicle, out of the roof of my vehicle. I had friends that were on the highway that day, and they said to me, I feel horrible, I feel so guilty because I was angry for being in that traffic jam, and I had no idea that it was you. For 2 hours. I remember waking up several times. So I was lucid enough to where I could hear people, I could see what was going on, I could answer questions, but my steering wheel did not have an airbag, so I was going in and out of consciousness. I remember the emergency crew waking me up, asking me my name. I remember them waking me up, asking me to move my leg, and I couldn't. I remember them waking me up to put a towel over my face to block my face from getting glass shards all over it and crashing on top of me. I remember them waking me up to ask me if I was okay. I remember the sound of the jackhammer and the jaws of life. And I remember 6 emergency rescue workers lifting me out of my car, and that's when I figured out that I had a major injury. Up until that point, I had only felt blood. I felt blood on my arm, and I felt numb. Just like a huge weight was on top of me and I couldn't move. So thankfully, no pain at that point. But as soon as they lifted me out of the car, I let out blood curdling screams. The pain was so intense at that point. They took me to a local hospital where they stitched up my eye and they stitched up my arm, and they asked me a bunch of questions about who I was and who to contact and all of that. And I was taken to this local hospital. One of my friends actually worked there, and she saw my name coming up, and she came over and stayed with me for about 10 hours, if not more. I didn't really know what was going on. I remember a lot of times being woken up, but I don't remember the in-between parts. I didn't know how severely I was injured, and by looking at my face, you would think, oh my gosh, that looks really painful. But you would not know that my entire insides were shattered. I was told that my injuries were too severe to keep me at the local hospital, so they airlifted me to downtown Philadelphia, and that's where I stayed for the next 6 weeks. I was kept in traction, which is that lovely picture you saw just a minute ago. That's my leg. So they put a rod through my knee and some weights on the end of my bed to hold my leg out of socket. That was the intent. Because there wasn't a socket left. There was nothing there. I stayed like that for a week before I had my first 10-hour pelvic reconstruction surgery. This was the picture of the incision.